a funny story, actually. We've been working on this trip for almost a year and a half now, trying to figure out a way to take a pursuit boat out and do a freediving and or a spearfishing trip with a spearfishing expert.
We're actually doing some training. We did some training as far as our FII level 1 class. It's a 1.5 day class, or level 1 class, and it's designed to take pretty much anybody off the street and to be able to teach them how to freedive safely. We're in Spanish Key, Bahamas. It's an amazing place, to say the least. The Bahamas is probably one of the greatest fishing grounds on the planet, especially for recreational freediving and spearfishing. You always have a lee side, crystal blue waters, reef systems are immaculate, and it's just great fun for the whole family.
The very first day, it was straight up classroom work. We sat for almost a full day. And
we followed along with him as he read and taught us about freediving and the safety and pleasure of being in the ocean.
The willingness to learn has been extraordinary. I couldn't have worked with a better group of people.
So the second day, we concentrated on freediving. You can't spearfish unless you know how to freedive. So we did a lot of learning how to breathe so you can go that deep in the water and hold your breath.
We also give the students an ability to have self-confidence in themselves through a very controlled static apnea breath hold.
It's basically a breathing technique, and it teaches you how to be comfortable underwater and to hold your breath, like past your comfort zone. And I was able to hold my breath for 3 minutes. I never thought I'd be able to do something like that.
I think everybody was surprised at how long they could actually hold their breath.
Well, with that time, you can figure out what kind of depth you can dive comfortably and how long it will take you to get down there and stay down there and then come back up.
One of my favorite things we did on this 3-day trip, we did so many cool things. We went out into literally the abyss.
We drop in some deep water, and what I have is a rig, and it has 2 floats, which look like donuts, and I drop 2 lines that are 66 feet apiece. Along that line I have marks, and those marks are every 15 feet or more or less 5 meters. And the reason is it gives the people a very controlled progression as far as depth goes.
And we were just using everything that we learned in the pool and in the classroom. We would start off just going down to the first mark and staying down, and then our first urge to breathe, we would come up. And then so on, we'd go down to the second mark and then the third mark.
You get down to 50, 60 feet underwater. You look up, people look like bugs at the surface. You look down into the sides, and it is just blue as far as the eye can see.
I went to the very bottom, 66 feet. Just like all the other depths, you just had to push yourself to it and then just be calm.
I had a great time. It was like a meditative, almost embryonic feel to it. It's hard to explain. It's one of the reasons I would recommend this class, is because it's a one-of-a-kind experience.
And then after we did that, we were able to go have some fun and spearfish.
Everybody got more comfortable. We went out, we did a full day spearfishing. Pretty much everybody hit a fish.
There's a couple of them rocked up under this ledge, and I went down there and they both spooked out, just stuck him, and then he was going crazy, just probably went like 30 feet under like the ledge, and he just ripped off my spear, and I grabbed another one. He was just laying on the bottom and went and stuck him again, and bear hugged him and swam to the surface.
We were using headhunter pole spears. They're actually really cool. They have that slip tip on them, so once you stuck the fish, it kind of broke away from the spear. They're really easy to use. You just kind of cock back on them and let it rip. Stick a fish.
Well, we were in about 45 feet of water.
Yeah.
And I see a nice hogfish just going along the bottom, eating sand, eating shellfish, and just got right up next to him, put a spear in his head. I was looking up and I saw that my dive partner was right there, and I got a nice hogfish out of it, about 6-7 pounds.
For me, the biggest joy is when I see the young guns just out there in the blue in a true buddy system, and then they come up and they're high-fiving with the fish that they've caught, and at the end of the day, you know, cleaning fish, cleaning the boat, and then we get to cook it, and we have a feast, and that is just the culmination of everything.
As far as for a spearfishing boat, this boat is great because it's got an inward opening dive door. It was on the starboard side.
The side door was absolutely essential with catching the fish and being able to get in and out. We were able to make transitions, meaning from one dive spot to the next, Everybody just piled into that side door, boom, we were off.
I really like the sunshade. It was easy to pop up and it made it way better to sit out in the hot ocean all day. And
We're out here in the Bahamas, it's hot, it's buggy, and you want as much shade as you can possibly get. And so if you put out these 2 poles with this big white canopy over the top, it just makes the boat feel a lot bigger. You can get out of the sun, protect your skin, take a snooze. It's a fantastic feature.
What I really liked about the boat too is obviously the space. There was so much space on the boat where we could store our spearfishing equipment and our suitcases and cameras and all those things.
I'm usually the first one to not feel good on a boat, and I never had any discomfort. Yeah, it was great.
This is a 40-foot boat. It could certainly be a primary boat if you wanted it to be. It's certainly versatile enough for that. It's got the seating and the speed and anything you want. But where I think this boat is really going to shine is as a tender, and that's again because of the versatility. People use the word SUV to describe boats all the time, and it's kind of cliched, but cliches are there for a reason. It's because they're true, and for this boat, it is absolutely true. You can do whatever you want on this boat. It's fantastic. The whole experience was almost exactly what I expected, even a little bit cooler. But you know, you're in the water, you're in the elements, you're seeing these fish, you're seeing these sharks, you're working as a team, you're having a great time. It's a one-of-a-kind experience.